Guys, guys, guys. I don't like to get on here and be emotional. I have hiccups, but I don't like to get on here and cry and be emotional. But sometimes you need to be vulnerable if it's for a good cause, and I think this is a great cause, guys. I think this is a great cause. I think you know, Leon Edwards, he's not one of my favorite fighters. He's not one of my fighters that I feel a close connection to or, hope the best for. I hope the best for Leon, but the story Leon had, the climb up to the top, the 12 fight win streak, and everything he did, I think is unbelievable. And I just wanted to share this with you guys and watch this with you guys together and show you this thing right here.
Icarus laughed as he fell, for he knew that falling meant he had soared.
You soared. You won sword. You soared, Leon. You can stop now, Leon. I honestly do feel sad, bro. Leon Edwards, I do feel sad. He had a hard climb to the top. He got memed left and right. He finally did it after losing 5 rounds. He did the impossible, KO'd Kamaru Usman, who was seen as an unstoppable freak of nature. And ever since he lost to Bilal, ever since he fought Bilal, it's been downhill, and he's been subbed in his hometown. He's been KO'd brutally, turned into a meme, and it's really hard, bro, because it's like he was at the top, and he seems like a nice guy, and for him to get memed like this, and the turnaround of his career is, he climbed his way to the top, 12 fight undefeated streak. It's honestly reminiscent of Charles Oliveira. It really is reminiscent of Charles Oliveira. I think, but nobody has the same love for Leon when they have, they should have the same love for Leon that they have for Charles Oliveira. I really do believe so. But let's review the Arman Sarkarian card and then the Hangman Hooker card. Let's take a look, guys. Let's take a look. Let's start from the top. Arman Sarkarian beat Charles Oliveira via split decision, hard-fought battle. Okay, he went in there. He got caught in a couple guillotines. But he ended up persevering, landing nasty ground and pound shots. I think, honestly, yes, Charles Oliveira did get a couple close submission attempts, but you also got to remember Arman Sarkarian did more damage to Charles Oliveira on the ground than Islam Makhachev. He had an easier time taking down Charles Oliveira than Islam Makhachev, okay? The first time Islam took Charles Oliveira down, he took him down because Charles Oliveira pulled guard. Okay, second time he took Charles Oliveira down, I'm talking about Islam Makhachev here. He took Islam Makhachev down, or Islam took Charles Oliveira down because he grabbed his glove. I didn't get to get my thanks yet. I didn't say anything about the song request. You wouldn't have queued in on your channel. You would have got copyrighted. Yes. Thank you, Malcolm Woolmaker fan. Although, Malcolm Woolmaker, man, I also feel bad. It was one thing to feel bad for Leon, but at least Leon made it to the top. At least he had some good fights. At least he made some money, right? Malcolm Woolmaker, he just quit his job. He has a wife. He has a kids. I was just starting to get to know his wife and daughter on this UFC embedded episodes. So I feel bad for Malcolm Woolmaker, man. He might have to get his job back. No $50K bonus. He's probably on a decent contract, maybe like a 20-20 contract. And for him to lose that fight on short notice, kind of lose a lot of his hype, a lot of his, ability to get easier fights. When you lose a fight, being a hyped prospect, being a hype prospect. What's up, guys? What's up, John Dog? What's up, Cryptotolic? When you're in the position of a Peyton Tabit or a Malcolm Woolmaker or a Sean O'Malley on your way up, you're going to be getting easier matchups than typically everybody else, right? But when you lose, they give you hard matchups. You know, we saw this with Payne Tabit. He lost to Roundy Barcelos. That was supposed to be a layup, right? And then after he lost to Roundy Barcelos, they start giving him absolute killers like Philip Lima. So it's going to be a tough fought battle for Malcolm Wallmaker. You know, I believe in him, but he definitely needs to up his game a little bit, you know. I think you're going to change your channel to Baxter Susakaev. Ronda Rousey was right. Once you lose fans, don't think you were... Once you lose the fans, don't think you were shit. I'm no longer a Malcolm fan. Yeah, I don't like people who do that. When someone starts losing, I think that's the last time you should abandon them. If Chimaev were to lose, I would never abandon him. I would make excuses. I would do everything in the possibility of the entire world to fight for that guy. Same with, you know, some other guys. Jamal Hill. I will never change on Jamal Hill. I will never change on Sean O'Malley. No matter how many times they lose, no matter how many times they get embarrassed, I will never switch up on these guys. Quit his job to get pieced up by a 48-hour short notice replacement debuting off-brand Jim Miller. It is rough. I do have hiccups, bro. This is pretty gay. Before that, Dan Hooker beat Beneil Dariush, KO'd him easily. Dude, his last fight was a year and a half ago. UFC 300 was a year and a half ago. That's crazy. That's absolutely insane. That was when Alex Pereira was making his first title defense. That was when Islam had just beaten Volkanovski for the second time. Aljo fought Mavzar. So it's crazy, bro. It's crazy. Beneil Dariush, Joaquim Silva. Holy, bro. What can I cope about Malcolm, though? The guy he fought was 48-hour short notice replacement. There's no excuses. I think the judges might have got it wrong, though. He dreeped Ethan in the first round and lost. You can cope. You can say that it's not only is it 48 hours notice for your opponent, but it's also 48 hours for him. And, you know, sometimes you just lose fights because you're not prepared. You can cope. You can make 100 copes. Dan Hooker just beat Gamrot a year and 2 months ago. So people harp on Arman Tsarukyan for fighting a year and a half ago. Dan Hooker, his last fight was only 4 months later than Arman Tsarukyan's fight. Both of them pulled out of their last fight. You know, Dan Hooker pulled out against Gaethje. Arman pulled out against Islam, right? So a little bit higher, you know, whatever. Arman, heavy favorite, minus 440. No money to be made. 29 years old. 5'7", same height as Ilya. I doubt he's actually 5'7", or Ilya's 5'6". No way they're the same height. Hooker doesn't deserve the main event. Yeah, but we'll get into why I think the co-main event and the main event are where they are. So, Dan Hooker beat Gamrot, beat Turner, beat Claudio Puelles, big whoop, KO'd by Arnold Allen, submitted by Islam. These guys are both really inactive. I mean, 4-3-3-2-1, 3-2-2-1-1. Stop hiccuping. I know. Sorry. Main difference was Malcolm was ready. Ewing was summoned off the couch. No. Ewing just fought. You know that, right? He fought November 7th, so about 10 days ago. So he was not off the couch. He was literally off a cage. So Dan Hooker, plus 310, 35 years old, so literally just at the end of his prime is when you start declining. Is the door on your left or right? Don't matter about that, bro. I mean, it's pretty easy. I think I'm going Arman Tsarukyan by TKO in the 3rd round. I think he's going to make it a little bit dominant early on, and then I think Dan Hooker's going to get a little bit overzealous, and then I think he's going to take it down, and then I think he's going to get finished. He could get submitted as well, but I think the TKO is live here. Now, the co-main event, realistically should be the main event because Bilal, former champion. Arman, not former champion. Ian Gary, ranked one of the highest ranked welterweights. It says UFC welterweight, ranked number 11, but I think he's actually ranked number 7, number 6 in the rankings right now. He should at least be above Carlos Prates. But the reason this is the co-main event is because of this guy right here. Ian Gary definitely did call for a three-rounder. You know, Bilal's biggest weapon is cardio, is pace, is pressure, and breaking guys down over a large amount of time. I mean, he did that to Leon Edwards. He breaks guys down, and Ian Gary knows this. Ian Gary, I think, honestly, is one of the smartest UFC fighters in terms of positioning and marketing and all this. Had just fought a week prior, so fam was coming down instead of peaking. I mean, he peaked a week before, so I don't think it's that bad. It was also no weight cut, really. I mean, it was like, what, 10-pound weight cut for him, so it's really not that bad. Ian Gary, most boring, notable fighter, him and Strickland. I think Ian Gary's fairly boring. Yeah, he's had some boring performances. I mean, against MVP, boring. Shavkat, boring. Somehow made that boring. Then against Prates, he made that pretty boring, to be honest, so... It is that bad. It's not that bad. They fought 145, not Malcolm's original weight class. He had so much going against him. He also had staff. I agree. Malcolm Wallmaker did have staff, and I think he had a broken arm, and I think he had a torn meniscus or something. So yeah. But Ian Gary, I think Ian Gary's gonna win. I think the odds are absolute blasphemous. It says plus 150 here, but when I try betting, it's like a plus 300, and Ian Gary's like a minus 290 or something ridiculous like that. I think Ian Gary's gonna win. I think he's gonna win by a boring decision. I think fairly obvious. You know, Ian Gary coming off a win over Carlos Prates, which has aged really well. He did get caught in that 5th round, but overall, he's really good at mixing it up. He knows what to do, when to do it, and I really like that from a fighter. Lost to Shavkat, but, you know, he won that 5th round, so he can say he won that 5th round. Beat MVP, which is a great age win. I think Ian Gary has some of the best aged wins. You know, Neil Magny, Michael Venom Page, Carlos Prates, right? Bilal beat Luque, beat Brady, beat Burns, beat Leon, and lost to Jack de la Maddalena. The problem with Bilal Muhammad is that he's looked good over guys who are the same size as him. Vicente Luque is a shorter, stubbier 170er. Sean Brady, shorter, stubbier 170er. Gilbert Burns, short, stubby. Leon Edwards, a little bit taller, but you know, his boxing has always been his weakness, and Bilal is pretty good boxing. Jack de la Maddalena, even though he found some success, and he and although he lost that fight, Jack is a shorter, tighter fighter who outboxed him. And when I think Bilal fights a taller, lankier fighter who likes to keep the range in Ian Gary, I think Ian Gary is going to be able to, you know, use those teep kicks, use those body kicks, and maybe even come up to the head with a head kick, maybe even end up rocking Bilal Muhammad. But I think that Ian Gary is really good at keeping distance. He does it nearly every single one of his fights. And Bilal, I just don't see him being able to get Ian Gary down. And if he does, I think Ian Gary's has good enough jiu-jitsu. I mean, this guy trains with Damian Maia, so I think Ian Gary's going to win the decision, to be honest. Manyfield versus Ozdemir. I'm actually going with Ozdemir here. And I think he's going to finish Manyfield. The reason being, Manyfield beat Dustin Jacoby, lost to Carlos Ulberg by TKO KO, lost to Asmat Mirzakhanov, finished by him, beat Julius Walker, beat Omar Sy. I actually predicted he was going to beat Julius Walker and Omar Sy. A lot of people doubted this prediction. A lot of people were picking Omar Sy and Julius Walker to win this one. But he had a tough fight, tough scrap. He had a draw with, what's his name? The Australian fighter. I forget his name. You see MMA Joe expose him, Meguru? He probably didn't expose him. He probably just said, this guy's racist, and he's xenophobic, and he's anti-Semitic. That's probably what MMA Joey said, but he probably said in like a fat American accent. Now, Ozdemir on the other side, this guy's losing to decisions. Decision loss. Submitted Bogdan Guskov, which is a great aged win. KO Johnny Walker, great aged win. You know, he lost to Carlos Ulberg, but we know how good Carlos Ulberg is. Right? I think Alonzo Manyfield's going to try to take it to the ground. I don't think he's going to get it. I think Volkan Oezdemir is going to piece him up. He's great boxing. He's great boxing. And he's still young. He's still only 36 years old at light heavyweight, which, you can be a little bit older. What does 6'7" mean? I don't know. It's a meme. It's a meme, my brother. My brother. This is a big meme. Let's go. Orbly. I mean, this one's just Lighterman skill. He brutally exposed him. Mighty Mouse is being forced to cut ties with Guru due to MMA Joey brutally exposing him. Okay, I'll look at the video after I go through this. Orbly. TKO round 1. I mean, Lighterman skill, bro. This guy's moving down a division. Orbly moving up. I feel like this is fairly easy. This guy only lost to Matrus Rizbeki, but he's beating a lot of the other guys. Beat Uros Medic, which is like, that win aged pretty good. Beat Alves Brenner. I feel like that's a fairly decently aged win. And it's just like, Jack Hermanson, I think he's making the wrong choice. And I'm going with I believe he's an underdog. Yep, I'm going with the underdog Spivak by decision. He's a little more athletic. If he comes in the same shape he fought, Jelton Almeida, or fought Waldo Cortez Acosta, or even Cyril Gane, if he comes in that type of shape, he's going to be able to out-decision Shamil Gaziev. Shamil Gaziev, very similar to Hamdi Al-Duwahab. It's just like, when this guy doesn't get a finish early on, he just kind of quits, Asuma Mabayev versus Alex Perez. Asuma Mabayev by decision. Lost to Manel Cap, but he ended up beating Jose Ochoa, which is a great age win. And I mean, Alex Perez lost. Holy, 4 years ago. This guy's not active at all. Ring rust gonna be a bitch. Luke Riley. I'm going Luke Riley to win by decision. I mean, the UK guys are typically pretty good. No idea who this guy is. He's fighting out of Turkey. He looks like a Dagestani. I'm going with him. I don't know how he's going to win, but I know he's going to win. Tagir, a little overrated, right? He's a Habib clan, but he had a tough fight with Asmat Maxim. And look what Asmat Maxim, look at his last fight. Didn't go too well. Alexander Topuria KO round 1. I mean, it's a near evens. Dude, this is easy money. Alexander Topuria. Let's bet on him by finish. No, just bet on him for real. I loved you on Scrubs. Scrubs show. Who the fuck do I look like on Scrubs? The Jewish guy? This is JD? Alright, bro. And then Ryan Loader, Ismail Nurdiev. I'm going Ismail Nurdiev, bro. To get a TKO round 1. I think he can do exactly what Asman Bakawev did. Then this one's a little hard. I'm going Nurullo Aliyev, Mini Habib. Nicholas Dalby, I think, is actually going to win this one by decision. He's like, actually, no, he's pretty bad. He's known for having good cardio, right? He's known for pushing guys to the brink and beating them. He did that to Renat Fakhreddinov, made that a really close fight, but nobody cares about these NPC prelims. Okay. Thanks for letting me know. Malcolm was actually momentarily passed away during the whole duration of the fight. The fact that he was able to mentally power through from the spirit realm enough to be able to move his body, let alone to put up such a fight, is a true testament to him being the best fighter alive, even during periods of momentary unaliveness. I did hear that. Yeah, I did see that. They actually showed the heart rate of Malcolm Wallmaker. They actually showed the heart rate of Malcolm Wallmaker, and he actually had a 0 heart rate. So, isn't that crazy? Okay, let's see what MMA Joey said about fucking MMA Guru. Let's listen. Let's see what he had to say, bro.
Makhachev saved the welterweight division at UFC 322 when he became double champion and the new welterweight champion, dominating Jack Della.
Dog, I can't take MMA Joey seriously, bro. I really can't.
Madalena, and honestly, it's
a 30-minute video, a 35-minute video exposing MMA Guru, bro. I can't do this.
That is striker in the UFC had away talking heads and punch bots. They are paid for. Malley was a star. So you also compare that. So it's tied with Topuria, who's supposedly the biggest name in the sport. Well, also Pereira is known as the biggest name in the sport. 7.7 million followers. I know this sounds crazy, and I know some people aren't going to understand what I'm doing here, but I'm just pointing out the flawed logic. They care about these metrics.
Bro, what is this guy talking about?
Before, is point.
This guy's talking about being
I'll
the
check-
face of the sport. Like, bro, what is this guy on about? These guys like to say that Ilya Topuria and Alex Pereira are the biggest names in the sport. Bro, what? Who cares about being the biggest name in the
back in a couple
sport?
weeks.
Who cares about Instagram followers, bro?
3 years.
What did he say?
He started laughing. He told Khabib, I will come Dagestan.
He told Craig Jones, the fraud Craig Jones, who had people convinced he was the Dagestani killer at 0-4. Man, that was one of the dumbest narratives. I'm so glad I say this shit on video before anything happens, because people are like, oh, Joey, of course, it's easy to see now. They were anointing Craig Jones as some Dagestani wizard. And dude's 0-4 against the same dude. I mean, it's crazy. And this is hilarious that Islam said, come to Dagestan 2-3 years, forget. Because Islam went out there and demolished the dude that he trained to supposedly be able to thwart the ground game, which I guess to a certain extent he did, but couldn't get up off his back. That's what he was supposed to also help, be able to get JDM in positions to scramble.
JDM defended every single submission with Craig Jones in his camp. Yeah, but it's not about Craig Jones, bro. Like, bro, if JDM really wanted to win, if Islam and Craig Jones had a grappling match, Craig Jones would tap out Islam. That is facts. But the reason Craig Jones being in the corner of JDM didn't work is because JDM can't learn all the things Craig Jones knows in the matter of months. I mean, this guy's been training with Craig Jones for what? Maybe half a year? In 6 months, you can't learn the amount of things you need to know. You know what I mean? So it's like anybody with half a brain knew Craig Jones being in the corner of JDM was like, it wasn't going to change much. Like, it could help in certain positions, you know, the intricate details of certain positions, right? But overall, it doesn't do much because he just hasn't been with him, you know? Craig Jones' names one more time, I'm going to go insane. Yeah, I don't know. Like, Volk did work with Craig Jones, and he found a lot of success in that first fight, but it wasn't just the work with Craig Jones. It's the years Volk spent training wrestling. Craig Jones did work. He was supposed to get... Craig Jones in his corner did work. He was never supposed to turn him into Craig Jones. I mean, did it work? I mean, he defended submissions, but that's what? That's nothing. That doesn't mean shit.
Worried about getting...
It's not hard to defend yourself from submissions if you're not trying to do anything else. You know, I don't think Craig Jones's help did really anything. I mean, no half guard sweeps, no nothing, right? I honestly think Craig Jones's work that he did do with JDM was actually counterintuitive. I actually think it was quite counterintuitive, the work Craig Jones did. I think JDM should have, you know, looking at it retrospectively, who JDM should have worked with is guys like Bo Nickel. He should have worked with guys like Gable Stevenson. He should have worked with guys, other guys. He should have worked on his takedown defense and not necessarily the jiu-jitsu being on your back, you know?
Mashev also tweeted out, jokes aside, Craig Jones needs to be fired. We have to make Australia great again. And then put a poll, fire, send 2-3 years Dagestan. Apparently 88%. I feel like there's going to be a video at some point of Craig Jones going to Dagestan, and everyone's going to have a good laugh about it. But it really was the dumbest narrative, and they have to be sitting back. Team Habib, Team Islam.
Okay, what about the Guru thing?
Doesn't really matter all that much, I guess. Oh. Listen to this.
Don't let him finish you, Jack. It's the new moral victory. Inbred.
I mean, this is disgusting. This is sending the nukes to the cliff. I mean, this is disgusting. I get it.
This is disgusting, bro. That is the most zesty.
He's playing a character, but this is just crazy to me.
Oh, Jack. Get back up. I know it's just their culture, but hey, this is really fun. Round 5's coming up. Come on, Jack. Let's get that mew on again. Let's mew. We're mewing in this 5th round.
I'm not even sure what that means. I don't even know what that means.
Let's go. Let's go. Dominated? Yeah, you're ugly and inbred as fuck, dude. You're inbred little rodents, dude. Round 5 coming up. I don't care. Inbred little rodents, dude. You gotta force women to have sex with you or they wouldn't. Fuck it.
This dude's never fucked a girl in his entire life. I guarantee you that. People can say that about me all they want.
No. MMA Joey being the guy to say that Guru is the dude. These are the same people. This is the UK right-wing version of this guy. This is the American left-wing version of they are the same person, bruh. These are the same person. People don't understand Habib. Islam literally trained hundreds of thousands of hours together. Craig Jones did a couple flyby Mickey Mouse sessions at Scrappy MMA Gym. Can't compare it to 100% can't. How's it going in shit? What's up, man? Is Joey from Uzbekistan? Who is this guy racially? MMA Joey is like European, bruh. Bo Nickel versus Chimaev? Oh my gosh. Bo Nickel and Chimaev, brother. Brother. Listen here. Bo Nickel would get obliterated by Hamza. You know Bo Nickel is a blue belt in jiu-jitsu? Hamza Chimaev is a real black belt. Bo Nickel would get submitted in one. He would get submitted in one. And MMA Guru gives off effeminate, cucky vibes. Guru's a disgusting bigot. Yeah, I mean, you know, when you're surrounded by his chat, who is, you know, I like MMA Guru. I'm gonna say that right now. I like MMA Guru. I think he's an extremely funny guy. I think his impressions are hilarious. I think he's entertaining. But his live streams and his live chat is probably like just 4chan. Just 4chan mixed with MMA. Like, it's just the most like complainers heaven. You know what I mean? Like, the good thing about Lucas Tracy, what sucks about him going, is that his live chats were always a good medium where it was like people talking about MMA, people having some fun. MMA Guru's chat half the time is like, what do you think about immigrants? What do you think about Jewish people? What do you think about this? What do you think about that? What do you think about, you know? And just like, it's a bunch of political nonsense half the time, right? So he's surrounded by that a little too often for my liking.
True. Or Islam's fans forcing, like, this is so weird. Imagine taking the character this far, which honestly I'm starting to think it's not a character after seeing this.
Okay, interesting. He went at MMA Guru, MMA Joey did. But I mean, MMA Joey, is he any better? Is MMA Joey any better? Like, he's the same person, but instead of hating on Dagestanis, MMA Joey just hates on Conor McGregor, and both unjustifiably, I think. You know, MMA Joey's European, like you're Chinese. What do you mean? No, being the skinny is not the same as being yoked guy because they're two sides of the same coin. Who the fuck is skinny? Not MMA Guru. His chat is normal white people who don't want to be replaced by their own landag. Every channel's political nonsense. Luke Thomas now does shows with Kyle. Yeah, I know, but not every channel is. Lucas Tracy, Bedtime MMA, Mighty Mouse, James Lynn's, MMA Shay, Kenny Okoye, you know, ITP MMA. These guys don't talk. They won't talk about political shit. Why? Because they don't care, bro. They don't care. His chat is not normal white people, bro. It's not normal white people. Normal white people don't go into an MMA YouTuber's live chat and just complain about dude, I'm like, all they do is complain. They just complain. Oh, dude, everything's bad happening to me. I'm getting replaced, this and that, bro. Who cares? Who cares? Fix it, bruh. Everyone's conservative about what they care most. What'd you do today? I did some work, you know. Bro, you're not a white liberal from Montreal. Stop being a white cuckold. I'm not being a white cuckold, bro. If you think complaining about politics and how shit your life is to a MMA YouTuber from the UK who's like, I mean, okay, go ahead, bro. You think that's gonna do anything for your life? You think that's gonna make your life any better? It's literally all it's gonna do is just make your life shittier. You're just gonna be more depressed if all you do is complain about shit and don't actually do anything about it, bro. Like that's what half the people in my group chat do. They just complain about shit. Won't even admit that Joey hates whites, not Connor. I don't think MMA. What do you mean hates whites? I have a question for you. Islam Makhachev and Hamza Chimaev are what? They are white. They're white. They're white, bro. What are you talking about? You're making up the situation. Are you pro white people or not? Am I pro white people? Depends what you mean by pro white people. They're Caucasian, not white. They're white, actually. They are white. They are just white Muslims. They are Russians. They are white Russians. Okay. That is what it is. They're white Russians, bro. They are one of us. They are huge. They are one of my people. Just like Ilya Topuria and Merab, they're white. Ilya Topuria, Merab, white people. Arman Sarukian, white. White or Anglo? No. What about Saxons? Are Saxons not white? Where do you draw the line? Are like Anglos are an ethnicity. Saxons an ethnicity. Race is not ethnicity, bruh. This isn't hard. Bro, they're white. I don't know what you're saying. They're Caucasian. They're from the Caucasus. Caucasian. Okay. Thanks for letting me know. That is a region in the world. They are white. That's like saying I'm not white, I'm Canadian. Just because I'm from Canada. Like what? Asian because they're from Asia. They're not Asian. They're not the Asian race, bro. In today's society, if you called one of those guys Asians, you would be wrong. Looking at the fuzzy line is different from knowing whites exist, and that some are on one side, others on the other. Canadians are from Europe. Yeah, but people from the Caucasus are from the surrounding areas near the Caucasus. Like what are you talking about? Caucasian, being from the Caucasus is not a ethnicity. The Caucasus Mountains is a region, bro. What is this? They're a mix of Caucasian and Asian. No. Today's society. Yes, today's society. What? I mean, race is determined from the society. I mean, it is what it is. That's something you got to accept, bro. Race is determined from the society. Just like even when someone's more white than black, you consider them black. Like if someone's 25% black and 75% white, if they're light skinned, you consider them black. Why? Because that's what society dictates. It's pretty simple. Caucasian, they're white Russians, bro. Like, just because they have a different religion and a different beard style, don't make them non-whites, bro. They are whites. Just diff type of whites. Got European whites. You know. Got Caucasian whites. You got some Nordic whites, right? You know, you got all sorts of whites. Stream's more political than gurus. I mean, I'm setting y'all straight. Oi, mate. Absolute disgusting, mate. You know that, eh? And he is still my boy. This vitiligo guy's white. Look at his skin. That's That's literally the opposite of what I'm saying. I'm saying society determines the race, bro. So if someone has black features, they're black. Even if someone looks more white than they do black, if they have the features, right? If society looks at them, right? Thoughts on who? Who's this? So President China says I'm Pakistani, then I am. No. If society, so Jack Harlow's black, bro. He doesn't have black features, bro. This guy's got a perm. He's got a perm. Don't say anything about a president saying something. They got you cucked hard, bro. Cucked by who? Who got me cucked? Who's they? Any luck with the ladies or boys? First off, only the ladies. Second off, lately is, if we spread the word lately over, a little bit, then yeah, sure. If we can go back 2 weeks, then yeah, if 2 weeks ago is lately, then very much luck with the ladies, bruh. Very much luck. Malcolm better change his profile. Stop it. He does not. Don't give up on your boy, man. Do not give up on your boy. Do not give up on Malcolm Wellmaker. Now you double down on him. When your favorite fighter loses, you must double down on your favorite fighter. That's how it should be. I was never a big fan of Leon, but when he loses, double down. I like Jamal Hill. When he lost, double down. Okay? When Sean O'Malley lost, I doubled down. Not if they lose to a nobody. No. When they lose to a nobody. You have to DM him, be like, hey, bro. Please, bro. Let me actually DM Malcolm Wellmaker right now. Where's Malcolm? How Malcolm the Machine Wellmaker? You might not see my DM, but it's fine. YOLO V. All right, we'll do this. Hello, Malcolm. Not your biggest fan or your largest supporter, but I believe that no matter what happens, you will be able to bounce back. I want to say that you work hard, and I felt like I was just getting to know your family, period. I wish you nothing but the best, and I hope you make a strong return. Never doubt yourself, and always keep pushing. Now that you lost, I will become a fan to show that you never leave people when they're down. You help them get back up. All right, next. Their next DM to Leon Rocky Edwards. Leon Rocky Edwards is our next guy. It's crazy that O'Malley literally lost to Cheeto, lost to Marab twice, and lost to Jan. No, he literally didn't lose to Cheeto and never lost to Jan. Stop it. Bro's glazing gurus in the DMs got left on red. Bro, everybody has left me on red. Trace Cortez, Mackenzie Dern, Bobby Green, Veer Najandaroba, Vyashev Borsev, Jamal Hill, Paulo Costa, Kenny Okoye, this shorty, Kayla Harrison, bro. They all left me on red, bro. Why is there an owl perched on your head? Malcolm sucks, bro. Fuck Usman, bitch. Send him 2-3 years, Lagos, and he'll get robbed and beat up. Cortez is shit. Fuck you. They didn't leave you on red. They left you on scent. Guru didn't leave me on red. They left me on scent. Yes. Guru didn't read my shit either. So, whatever. Hey, Rock. Hey, Rock. I was never the biggest fan of you, never the biggest fan of you, but after your recent fight against Prates, I just want to say that I will always be here if you need me. I think your story is amazing and is very inspirational. What you did in the UFC, from losing to climbing all the way to the top and creating a legacy no one can take from you, is insane. I just wanted to let you know that you have my support no matter what. If you lose 10 more times, I will always support you. If you retire today, I will always keep a place for you in my heart. I just want to say thank you for the memories and the experience you gave me as a fan. When we meet, I will say thank you and I will say thank you and let you know you saved me. And you saved me from depression. You saved me. Fire. Fire. Absolutely fire. This dude does anything but read chat. You're mad. Guru Meat is actually his first name. I thought it was Guru shit. No incentive for them to leave you on scent. They only have incentive. Yeah. Nice. We're putting so much effort. These guys aren't even going to read it. Maybe not now, but they'll read it eventually. Okay, who else do we DM? Who else is a good DM? Maybe we'll DM Trace Cortez again, just to let her know. Hey, Tracy. Keep your head up, girl. Nothing comes easy, and I believe in you to make it back to the top with hard work and dedication. remember, you are inspirations to all the ladies in the world, all the single mothers and married mothers, and every woman. I just want to thank you for putting it all out in the octagon and bringing us a great fight. Keep your head up, champ. Got him. Got him. You think she'll answer? Think she'll answer? I think she'll answer to me. I reckon. Make it back to the top of your inspiration. No. We don't mention her eyebrows. Okay, who next? Who else fought? Sean Brady? I don't care about him. Wei Lee? No, she's ugly. Looks like a little boy. MMA Joey? MMA Joey has Is this the real MMA Joey? I don't know if this is the real MMA Joey. Okay, I can't even watch MMA Joey, bro. Bro's a pink watch in his mouth. He's never been the allegations. Gillian Robertson. Oh, hell no. I have oral fixations, bro. It's chill. I was gonna put some shit in my mouth. No Diddy. Not funny. Not funny. My DMs are absolutely fucking atrocious, mate. Who else is there to DM? If something happens to MMA Guru, I wouldn't care. People should have left his relatives out of this, though. MMA Guru, people should have left his relatives out of this. People should have left his relatives out of this. Yeah, no shit. But I mean, that's just how. I mean, it happens though. It happens. Like, it doesn't take much for crazy people on the internet to do that, right? Like, it's you talk shit about Taylor Swift, the same thing is gonna happen to you. You talk shit about Nicki Minaj, the same thing is gonna happen to you. You talk shit about Dagestanis, same thing is gonna happen to you. You talk shit about Charles Oliveira, the same thing will happen to you. These people are insane. These people who live on Twitter are not real people. They are the bottom of the barrel, you know? Like, it's crazy. Deploying projectile eyelashes and strained stress response hormone. Yeah. I don't know what you're saying, Blanca. I know you ain't no shotty, bro. I know you a dude. I know you a dude, little bro. I know you a man, little bro. Little bro. You're right. That's why I'm not sure whether someone would want to be an internet personality. Yeah, it's not easy, bro. Same shit, dude. You know that's happened to me before. You know that's happened to me before, and I'm not even like an internet personality, bro. This happened to me when I was making like TikTok videos. Yeah, I commented on some girls on some girls TikTok post one time, and I was like, "Yo, you low-key look like Travis Scott or some shit." Bro, I got my address sent to me on DMs. Like, I'm talking like hundreds of people like sent me my address. People sent my address to myself. People sent my family's names to myself, bro, on my DMs. I was just like, bro, that's crazy. Bro trying to compare himself to the big league celebs. You're not the guy, pal. Damn, what? The internet's scary? Yeah, I know. Yes, bro. Yes. I know. So that's the thing. Like, it's not hard to get. It's really not hard to get like threats like that, bro. Like, it's really not that hard. Like, you could easily speed run getting internet threats, bro. Like, it's absolutely insane. But I do understand. I do understand what Guru's saying. I do understand what he's saying. How they even find your info? Bro, I don't know. I don't know. To this day, I don't know. This is like maybe like a couple of years ago. I was freaking out, bro. I'm like, yo, I'm dead, bro. I'm dead. Yo, my family dead, bro. They got him, bro. They got him. Like, it's insane. So, it's super easy to like to speed run death threats, bro, on the internet. It's crazy. So, the thing with Guru is like, you know, sometimes you just got to stay off the internet. You know what I mean? Like, why? This guy should not be checking DMs. And you also got to weigh it off with the fact that this guy is a millionaire, right? So it's like a couple threats every now and again in exchange for $1 million. Hey, you know what? I don't mind. And obviously he's been like, what's it called? When people send like the FBI to your house? I forget what that's called. You know? They'll send like the FBI here. My info was on the internet. I made sure it was gone. People hate me more than I make Guru and just be relaxing. Yeah, I know who you are. Yeah, people. It's not hard to find people's information out, bro. It's really not. Swatting. Yeah. Guru's been swatted, bro. That's some scary shit. But at the same time, would you exchange being swatted every now and again for, you know, a couple million a year? I mean, I'm not saying I would want it. I'm not saying I would want it to happen, but I'm saying, hey, you know what? $1 million a couple years? You know, $1 million a year? Words have consequences. Yeah, everything you say has consequences. Everything. You need to be careful with your words. That's one of like the most important things. You have to be super careful with your words. So of course, MMA, you like bedtime MMA. You know, he's found success. Lucas Tracy found success, and they definitely don't experience as much threats as Guru. Would you give head to someone once a month in exchange for YouTube fame? I don't think me answering that question does anybody service, you know, because at the end of the day, it won't happen. I'd rather be set for life. $1 million isn't that much, honestly. Yeah, maybe for you. I mean, a lot of people have different views, right? To some people, like to me, $10,000 is a lot of freaking money. $10,000 is a lot of money, bro. So, and to some other people, $10,000 wouldn't even cover their expenses. That's in a month, right? So, it's a very, very different perspective. So, I understand what you're saying. Like for some people, $1 million isn't that much, right? They could burn through that in a little bit. But me, bro, that's a lot of money. That's like a goal of mine. You know, it's like $1 million. $1 million is like a goal, bro. I don't know what type of video to do. I think I'm gonna do a video breaking down Bilal versus Ian Gary. So knowing how life is all about money, I don't think life's all about money. I don't think life's all about money at all. Life is about what you make it to be about. You know, look at it from that perspective. What do you want your life to be? If you want your life to be money and you get money for your children and do all that, then that's great. Do a ranking Zesty Fighters, yeah. $10,000 a lot when you're in your 20s, yeah. No, I'm not going to do ranking Zesty Fighters. I was going to rank 10K is rich in your 20s. Yeah, I mean, you know, with the amount of debt you accrue, right? And you just started working and, you know, you're still at the bottom of the corporate ladder when you're 20. So, yeah. It is a lot of money. The fuck did I press? Oh, I turned my PS4 on, bro. I'm retarded. Nah, but, you know, there's no life without money. There can be life without money, yeah. There can be. Guru got swatted by the wheelchair guru. God even says don't care about money, like what he wants everyone to work though. I think life is nah, I don't think it's about money. Obviously the money makes the world turn, but you know, you should be focused on family. And you know, there's obviously money behind making your family good and doing all other things, but I think people got to worry about family. I think one of the biggest downfalls about society is pushing money ahead of family and passion. Right? As like a man, you got to work hard. So work hard And typically, working hard on something typically is associated with money. So, is there a mouse in your room? Nah. If there was, bro, I could be the next Kai Cenat, bro. Life is about living, not money. Yeah. It's about living. It's about living. It's about doing what you want to do. Life's about taking risks, and life is about providing for those who, can't provide for themselves. What if you don't have farm? Who do you think are the best pound for pound? Okay, number 1 pound for pound. Sadly, I'll have to put Islam. Number 1. Number 2 pound for pound. No, you know what? I'm changing it. Number 1 pound for pound, Chimaev. Number 2 pound for pound, Islam. 3 pound for pound, Ilya. 4 pound for pound. 4 pound for pound. I'm going with... It's tough between Pantoja and Merab. I think Merab is more skilled than Pantoja. So I'm going Merab, then Pantoja, then Pereira, then Tom Aspinall, then... No, you know what? I'm actually going to change it. I'm going to go here. Chimaev 1, Islam 2, Chimaev, Islam, Volkanovski, Ilya, Merab, Pantoja, Max Holloway, Alex Pereira, and then Aspinall. If I was doing YouTube, I wouldn't do MMA content. MMA doesn't bring views like that unless you're needing drama. Yeah, it's true. Of course, he puts Hums up first. There's a Chimaev shirt hanging in his room. Your rankings are BS. They're literally the best. I'll be willing to debate anybody on that. Pound for pound or Islam, Merab, Pantoja, I think they're pretty bad. Rather be eating a YouTube channel, get paid to live life. That's true. I mean, I don't like that. So, bro, this MMA content on YouTube, bro, isn't about the money. It's about sending a message. Volk at 3 is crazy. Is it crazy? Is Volk at 3 crazy? Volk is more skilled than Ilya Topuria. Facts. He's more skilled than Merab. He's more skilled than Pantoja. Volk is one of, if not the most well-rounded fighter in the UFC. Street's gonna stay cold. That's the game. Ilya knocked him out. Yeah. 2 months after suffering a concussion because he got knocked out by Islam. So what? Ilya knocked him out. He had a concussion. He had no chin, no confidence, no nothing after coming off a knockout loss to Islam. And the only reason Islam knocked him out is because that was short notice. Volk had a broken arm. He was drinking. He was depressed, right? Think someone like MMA Guru only gets views because he stays on Twitter all day yapping? Maybe. Doesn't matter how skilled you are. If that's the case, Yuri would never win. But Yuri's extremely skilled. He's been training Muay Thai since he was a teenager. He's great at jiu-jitsu. I don't understand. Pound for pound is about skill. It's about well-roundedness. Winning is not about skill or being well-rounded. The pound for pound list is about skill. Is about being well-rounded. Islam more skilled than Alex? No. You think Islam's a better striker than Alex? I don't agree. Islam might be look at their first fight, bro. You should get yourself a girl and make a couple channel. Yeah, if only it was that easy. If only I could just, girl, come in here. Let's fucking suck my cock. Let's get an OnlyFans going. Fam not great at jiu-jitsu. Volk is great at jiu-jitsu. What are you talking about? He was able to reverse position on Brian Ortega. He was able to do well against Islam Makhachev on the ground. Get back up to his feet. Volk is 2-3 in his last 5. That's not pound for pound worth. Okay. You can't. Yeah, but if you're saying, okay, 2-3 in his last 5. Okay. But those losses were to Ilia Topuria and Islam Makhachev. And the Ilia Topuria loss is when he had a concussion, coming off 2 months of just getting knocked out. And his only other loss before that was against Islam Makhachev. And, you know, he got knocked out, but it was up a weight class, short notice, broken arm, been drinking, been depressed. The fight before that, he lost. Yes, close fight, up a weight class against a great fighter. Volk almost got finished by Ortega. Okay, and? You said he didn't have good jiu-jitsu. If he didn't have good jiu-jitsu, he would have been submitted. Like what? That was his fault he was drinking? I'm not saying it wasn't his fault. But you need to add context to losses. You can't just say losses are the way they are, bro. You gotta add context to that shit. You dude, lost. You freaking lost. Okay. Context? Hello? What? Dumbest shit ever. What made you do MMA content? You can make money having fun instead. Cause I like this. This is one of my favorite things to talk about, bro. I train MMA, so I watch a lot of it. I watch too much of it. I enjoy it watching it. I enjoy the storyline of it, so it's very fun to do. I don't make money, but brother, this is very fun. This is very fun for me. Hmm. How much money have you made lifetime? Lifetime on YouTube? I don't know. Probably just a couple $100. Revenue? Lifetime? 800. 800 something. $835. And the most I've made in a day is not that much. 800's a lot. Yeah, it's not bad. It's not bad, brother. It's not bad, brother. Remember when UFC used to do extended previews? What do you mean extended previews? I don't remember. 13 years ago? Oh, hell no. I wasn't watching back then, bro. 8 years ago, bro. I'm young as fuck. I wasn't watching that long ago. 8 years ago, what you? But this is basically like the countdown, no? Fan financially humble. Fam come from water and cornflakes. Bro, what are you talking about? Extended previews way more entertaining than what's going on nowadays. But is this not the same as countdown? It looks like it's the exact same as the countdown. Nope. What's the difference? I mean, they do fighter interviews. They look at what's going on. Canucks. I like Alex. I want to see him against John Jones at the White House. Yeah, I like that. I like that fight too. It shouldn't be for a belt though. It should be at unless it's at 205. Alex versus Jones at 205 could be for a belt. But if they want to do heavyweight, then Alex Pereira, John Jones, not for a belt, but just at heavyweight. That'd be dope for sure. I'd love to see that. A lot of people hate on that idea. A lot of people hate on that idea of John Jones versus Alex Pereira. But it's like, why? Let Alex Pereira has done a lot for the company. I'm not a big Alex Pereira fan. I like Magomedov Alive more than Alex Pereira. But Alex Pereira has done a lot for the company. He's made sacrifices. He's worked hard. Give him that money fight. And if Jones wants to come back and doesn't want a title fight, you don't have to force him into a title fight. If he doesn't want to fight Aspinall, he doesn't need to fight Aspinall. Let him do his thing. Let the brother do his thing, man. Let that brother do his thing, man. Come on now, brother. I should probably dip though, I'm not gonna lie. I do have to wake up really early tomorrow, and then I gotta go to jiu-jitsu tomorrow. So I'm probably gonna dip. I'll stream tomorrow. Chimaev is boring. Alright, you're banned. You're timed out. How dare you? Why do you have to get up early? I can't say. Shh. Put user in timeout. Oh hell no. You are timed out. You have been timed out, Blanca. How dare you disrespect Chimaev? Not in this chat, not in my house, and not under my rules. You do not disrespect Hamza Chimaev. He had one boring fight. Okay, he had one boring fight. Every one of his other fights have been super exciting. How dare you? How dare you? How dare you? All right. Thank you guys for being here. I'm going to sign out. It's been your boy, Dagan May. I'll have a video tomorrow. Thank you guys for being here. It's been your boy. Peace. You've said that before too? Yeah, but I can say it. You can't. It's different rules for us. Thank you, though. Peace.